Okay, today's daily Q, we're taking a look at WordArt. And the first question here is asking you, which one is a basic text box? Is it going to be A or B? When you're looking at basic text boxes, there's really nothing done to them. They're just kind of plain, kind of boring. So let's take a better look here. This one, A, is basic. You can tell it's basic because it has no formatting options around it, no drop shadow. It's just like a black fill with white text versus WordArt, which you can see here, some things have actually happened to WordArt. You have a border around it, you have a drop shadow that kind of glows, nice thick fonts. So the WordArt would be the one that looks a bit nicer as a title. The basic one is the plain and the lame. Next is which word art style is poppin' more, meaning it stands out better. When you're working with word art, especially when you're doing titles for something, you want your word art to be thicker so it stands out more. Obviously, A stands out a lot better here. Let's just take a look at both of these in higher quality. That stands out much, much better than a thinner word art style. The thinner the word art, the less that you can really do with it because you cannot add much of a border. Drop shadow looks okay, but just thicker word art is better. When changing the border weight and thickness of your word art, you need to be careful. Which one does not look too good because it's too much thickness? Think of like a really thick Sharpie tip and you're going around the edge and that Sharpie tip's too thick. Which one would look too thick here? Just looking at the two, it's obviously A. If we take a good look at it here, that looks pretty bad when you're zoomed in. I mean, you can just kind of barely see the fill, whereas the next one, it's just enough thickness. You can see enough of your word art. And then the last question here, sometimes the border color default is gray, meaning by default, automatically, it's set as gray. So which one of those stands out more as a border and helps the word art pop more? Would it be the gray or the black? So this one's the black, this one's the gray. They're kind of low quality, so let me just show you here. Here's the black, here's the gray. Which one pops more? It's obviously going to be the black. The black just looks better, even though it's against black over here. It just helps it to pop a little bit more because it adds a stronger and more dominant border.